Bible prophecy is active and unfolding daily. Zechariah 12, Isaiah 17, Psalm 83, Ezekiel 38. Here is what the LameStream Media is not telling you. Shalom, my friends. Welcome to this week's newscast. From Al Monitor, as ISIS has been in steady retreat in Syria, Iran and Russia are facing real difficulties sustaining their partnership. Russia is currently opting for agreements beyond the peace talks in Astana, Kazakhstan, that is, behind Iran's back. Examples include the de-escalation zone in southwest Syria that Russia negotiated with the U.S., as well as de-escalation zones in eastern Ghouta and northern Homs, both of which were negotiated in Cairo. A Russian military intelligence source said that since eastern Aleppo was recaptured by Assad's troops, Russia and Iran have been fiercely vying for regional dominance. P.S., my friends, from the Jerusalem Center for Public Affairs, for at least 2 decades, North Korea has been acting behind the scenes to accelerate Iran's ballistic missile program and perhaps many other parts of Iran's military-industrial base. If North Korea is moving toward an international ballistic missile capability, it will be foolhardy not to consider that Iran will soon be there as well. Now, someone mailed me a copy of Jeff Benner's book, Ancient Hebrew Torah. No note or anything, but you know who you are, and I thank you. Torah is a Hebrew word meaning teaching, and speaks of the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible. And these first 5 books are the foundation to the rest of the Father's Word, and now, thanks to Jeff, the Torah can be read and studied through the Father's original most ancient pictographic letter forms. Here you can see we have everything's written in the ancient pictographic odiote. It's pretty cool to have and may be helpful. I don't know, like without the English words, it's kind of hard to find the word you're looking for in the odiote letter forms. At any rate, I have a couple of links that you can click on in the More Info section beneath today's newscast. One where you can purchase Jeff's book, and the other where you can download my free workbook, which shows you each of the 22 pictographic letter forms along with their meanings. You'll notice that Jeff Benner and I disagree on a couple of the proper pictographs, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Now, turning to wars and rumors of wars, on Saturday, August 19th, from CNBC, the Lebanese army launched an offensive against an Islamic State enclave in the northeast border with Syria, as the Lebanese Shiite group Hezbollah announced an assault on the militants from the Syrian side of the frontier. The Lebanese army targeted ISIS positions near the town of Ras Baalbek with rockets, artillery, and helicopters, an area that is the last part of the Lebanese-Syrian frontier under insurgent control. While on the other hand, the operation by Hezbollah and the Syrian army targeted an area across the border in the western Kalamun region of Syria. Hezbollah said that the group was meeting its pledge to, quote, remove the terrorist threat from the borders of the nation, close quote, fighting side by side with the Syrian army. Then on Sunday, August 20th, from Wire Update, Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi ordered the Iraqi army and its allies to start a planned offensive in the city of Tal Afar, which is still in the hands of ISIS, known as Daesh in Arabic. Agents and soldiers attacked the city in northwestern Iraq and caused considerable damage to ISIS. Iraqi forces liberated the outskirts of the city and are preparing the final assault, after Tal Afar is liberated, ISIS will lose the last major city on Iraqi soil since it proclaimed the Islamic Caliphate of Syria and Iraq back in 2014. Now turning to our Intifada update on Thursday, August 17th, from Ynet News, a Hamas border guard was killed and several other Hamas security forces were wounded at the Rafah border crossing between Gaza and Egypt when two terrorists approached the crossing and one blew himself up. Both terrorists are members of the Salafist faction in Gaza, which is affiliated with ISIS. Then on Saturday, August 19th, from the Times of Israel, after a Palestinian man approached Israeli border police officers with a knife and tried to attack them at Tapua Junction in the northern West Bank, he was shot and killed. One officer was wounded by shrapnel. Channel 2 reported that the 17-year-old boy had left a note for his parents saying that he had gone out to carry out a revenge attack and not to mourn him because he was now a martyr. And looking at our review of last week's news, Iran and Russia are facing difficulties sustaining their partnership. The Lebanese army launched an offensive against an ISIS enclave in the northeast border with Syria, while Hezbollah and the Syrian army targeted an area across the border in the western Kalamun region of Syria. The Iraqi army and its allies started a planned offensive in the city of Tal Afar. A Hamas border guard was killed and several other Hamas security forces were wounded when two terrorists approached the Rafah border crossing between Gaza and Egypt, and one blew himself up. And a Palestinian man was shot and killed as he approached Israeli border police officers with a knife and tried to attack them at Tapua Junction in the northern West Bank. And that, my friends, is what the LameStream Media is not telling you. Abba willing, I'll see you here again next week. Until then, stay safe. Shalom.
Crowded rooms, I need more space than I consume. Enough is time alone with you, underneath a naked moon, sharing confidential moods and making chatter. Mockingbird nocturnal sings notations of eternal things, entering the quantum breeze, flying not for want of wings. He lights his gaze on you and me, simply because we matter.